It's been a pretty incredible 3 days for crypto and Bitcoin. I think we can all agree when I say
get the fuck out of bed, bitch, go.
all right, so we got Bitcoin running right now, 77,000. Yes, we're having a little bit of a pullback, but the last video we spoke about this little zone, this tidy little zone, 74,000 to 77,000. If we can break above it, there is more and more chance that we could actually break the structure of this downward bear market. All right, but we're yet to see it, and Bitcoin has been rejected so far. I also want to go through what is going on with people panic selling, with this guy making loads of money, with these guys saying Bitcoin's going to 500K, the problem that Bitcoin has at 80K, and what we need to do right now to secure the bag. So that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video, guys. If you do like the fact that I've shown up every single day of this bear market and told you exactly what I was doing, which includes going long on Bitcoin at 58,700 in one account and going long on Bitcoin at 58,300 on another account, which, guys, we can all agree is almost the exact bottom. So if you appreciate it, guys, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, leave me a little bit of a comment. Tell me how you've been finding this bear market. How are you feeling in this current rally? Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you selling? Are you taking profits? Let me know in the comment section. Just before we jump into the video, please remember nothing in this video is financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Crypto is extremely risky and no results are guaranteed. There are some affiliate links in the description and I may earn a commission at no extra cost to you. They sold Bitcoin at 60K. They're now watching the bull market from the sidelines. My most surprising one was Tech Lead here. I watched his video and it was basically like 20 minutes of him being like, yeah, I was wrong and I'm going to sell all my Bitcoin, which is kind of crazy, right? But this guy who was liquidated nearly 500 times turned 152,000 into 12.72 million in just 3 days, making profit of over 12.5 million. All right, so pretty good stuff, pretty crazy stuff in the market. But this is an actual tale of why we do not over leverage ourselves. Yes, you can make it back, but I'm pretty sure he probably lost more than that overall, guys. We got $200 billion Van Eck. Matthew Siegel tells CNBC, I told you guys $100,000 would be next year. And he still believes it. And long-term 2029, he thinks we can hit $500,000. So what I've been banging the drum about and blabbering on about is, why do I care if Bitcoin is 65K, 60K, 55, 50K, 48, 45, 40? Why would I care about that when Bitcoin can do a literal 10x in like 3 years, according to a $200 billion fund? My answer is I don't care, right? That's why I've been heavily accumulating Bitcoin. I haven't just deployed all of my capital. My base case remains the same, that I believe we're going to have another flush out. Now, the way Bitcoin has been moving is very interesting. This powerful move to the upside hasn't slowed down, which actually shows me the tide may be shifting. But I am not going to sit here and tell you that I am not expecting at least this to happen. Why do I think at least this could happen? And by the way, for anyone who's listening on a little jog or they're driving their car, I'm saying I think that the price will roll over and liquidate a ton of people below us. Why do I think that? Well, guys, there's loads of money sitting below us with all the people who are going bloody short. All right, if we go to the 30-day, we can see there is 700 million worth of shorts and $14 billion worth of longs. Now, one thing I noticed there when we're on the 1 day is people are actually shorting the market a lot. There's a lot of shorts coming in, which could actually spur us on for another run all the way up to 82. Now, this channel is all about me proving to you that absolutely no one knows for sure what will happen, and what you need to do is come up with your own strategy and give yourself probability. So I'm going to tell you, given the data we just saw, what I reckon is very feasible to happen next, right? Everyone, like I said at the start of this video, is going to be looking at the bear trend. They're going to be looking at 82,400 and go, okay, well, if we break that, it's the end of the bear market and it's the start of the next bull. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for a breakout here, and then I'm going to go really long, because, you know, once we break this trend, I mean, once we break the resistance, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going straight to all-time highs. That's my impression of someone who thinks they know exactly what's going to happen. But guys, what that's going to do is create massive amounts of liquidity to the downside because it's going to liquidate them. All right. So given the fact that there's almost $2 billion worth of shorts come into the market in the last 24 hours, and we've only gone down from this high to this low, 3.5%, we actually could get more of a short squeeze to the upside. And to further back that up, Bitcoin has a problem at 80K. A huge wall of sell orders sitting right at that level. Everyone is watching. Someone clearly has a lot of Bitcoin to unload. So again, 82,000, 80,000's right around here. If we get a short squeeze, we could for sure rip straight through this $82,000 resistance, convince the market. If anything, people are incentivized to allow this to happen, to actually force it to happen, to help it happen, exacerbate the push to the upside, to convince the whole market that the bear market is now over because we've broken previous resistance. For me personally, the only way I'm going to think the bear market is over is if we smash through this and then do something like, I don't know, something like that, stay above it, right? I think that's very unlikely, guys, I'll be honest. But what I would expect here, because of this data, maybe we go down a little bit more, liquidate a little bit more longs, then we do something, we break above it, we do this, convince everyone, bull market, A-OK, back on, and then straight to the downside. That's what I would expect to happen. Now, what am I going to do with that information? Well, right now I'm not buying spot Bitcoin because we've had our run, right? I'm going to wait patiently. I'm going to see how this unfolds. I bought very heavy here, very heavy here, very heavy here, very heavy here, very heavy here. And yeah, those are my buys, maybe around here as well. As heavy as I felt comfortable, which was pretty bloody heavy, all right? But that's my base case still remains that I think we're going to have we're going to go lower, right? That lower now, because of how strong this move was, could just be back into this range, right? But if we go back into that range, I'll heavily accumulate spot market. Now, for the leverage, right? What am I going to do? Well, as you know, I've taken, I think, almost half this position out, so $25,000 to $30,000, and then I've taken another 8,000 from this one as well. We got 73,000 unrealized in that trade, 48,000 in that one. I don't know what that is, 130,000, 140,000 unrealized with 30-ish thousand. The reason why I want to keep such a substantial amount, in fact, it's 8 Bitcoin, I think. What have we got? 6.6 Bitcoin still open. I started with 10 Bitcoin, right? The reason why I want to keep a substantial amount open is because I actually think there might be more upside, right? And then I can close more profit on the way up. And then my plan will be in that flush to the downside, I can use the money I've made, 30, 40, 50,000, let's say, to start again. This position, 23,000, it's made $73,000. So I can almost double or triple this position on the way down if we were to go back to 58, 60, 62, something like that, or even lower. I can then add to this position with the profit that I've made, right? So I can have an even bigger position because my plan for this bull market is to have a massive Bitcoin position. 10 Bitcoin wasn't enough. I want 20, 30 Bitcoin going into the next run so I can make millions of dollars with leverage following my strategy. That's my plan. If it doesn't happen, brilliant. I still have 6.2 Bitcoin and a ton more Bitcoin in the spot market to ride the wave up. So I'm sorted, right? So base case, we go lower. I get to add to my spot. I get to add to my leverage. Less likely, in my opinion, that the bull market is actually starting. But if it is starting, brilliant. I've got my leverage position. It's open. It's ready. It's safe because I've taken profits, break even, stop loss, happy days. And I forgot my trail of thought, but both are great, right? If you want to trade yourself, guys, remember, there is this summer heat campaign on BitUnex. BitUnex is a phenomenal exchange. And I was fighting with them for weeks here. It's why we didn't talk about BitUnex for a while, because I was like, guys, I want something better for my audience, and I want to give them Bitcoin. And they were like, yeah, well, we'll give you a bonus, and then they can trade Bitcoin. I was like, no, I want real Bitcoin. I want to give my audience real Bitcoin. So now, guys, if you sign up and trade on BitUnex, you can get real Bitcoin. There's a first prize, a second prize, a third prize, a fourth, all the way to 20th, right? So you can get real Bitcoin. So if you are trading short, long, whatever your strategy is, and you do it on BitUnex, you can be part of this prize distribution meeting certain criteria. You just need to follow the link in the description, read the terms of service, terms and conditions, all of that good stuff, and get yourself some Bitcoin, guys. I work hard to get you the best possible opportunities on this channel. So if you want to support the channel, you sign up and trade on BitUnex, and I trade on there as well, and I think it's absolutely phenomenal. So it's a win-win. If you want to check it out, link is in the description. But I want to talk to you about something else. Bitcoin having a problem, big sell wall at 80. So big push to the upside, big sell wall. Liquidate all of the short traders to the upside, liquidate all the long traders to the downside, do the opposite of what general retail do, make a bunch of cash. That's the plan. But David here said, I keep saying it, look at your bags now and figure out if you actually own the shit that you want to own for this next run. Because I really do think the next few months are going to be crazy. Now, let's unpack that and let me give you my opinion on this, all right? So look at your portfolio now. For me, my portfolio consists of essentially Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, SUI. A little bit of dribs and drabs here, but those are my major positions. The positions that I've added to significantly, the only one I didn't add to was XRP because I was waiting for 75 cents. Maybe I get it, maybe I don't. But look at your portfolio. Decide. Do I like these things that I'm holding? Because some of these, like XRP, is up 48%. And I put it to you guys, XRP is the most hated out of the top 10, and it's up the most. Take that as you will. But take a look at your portfolio. Think to yourself, do I like and believe in these assets? Do I just literally believe in Bitcoin a bit more than these? Do I believe in Ethereum a bit more? Do I believe in something else anymore? The price is up. You're not panic selling right now. You are making a conscientious effort to rebalance your portfolio if you were to do it now. This is the kind of day where I do that sort of thing, right? If I wanted to, for example, get out of XRP, sell it. It's been up 50% in a week. Sell it, buy Bitcoin. I'm not doing that, but that's an example, right? Instead of waiting until a week from now when everything falls off a cliff and you go, oh, why didn't I just rebalance my portfolio when it was green, and then you start panic selling. We don't want to do that. So take a second, look at your portfolio, figure out what you want to do. And a reminder, guys, we have actually breached our first 100 members of the Compound Club. The Compound Club is a course where I teach you exactly how I stay unemotional in this market by having the majority, 80% of my money that I invest going into my foundational portfolio. So it's a 7-day course teaching you what is my foundational portfolio, why it's my foundational portfolio, and how I believe it can basically make anyone a millionaire in the long term. This is not a get rich quick scheme, and this is not a trading course. If you want that, go somewhere else. This is something that I'm really passionate about. I've built this because I believe this is what is needed. So if you're sitting there thinking, I don't really know where to put my money, I want to do the best, but in the long term, I also want to trade, I want to know how Connor diversifies his portfolio, then this is what that's for. So if you want to join it, the link is in the description. And if you do want a place to trade, guys, come and get yourself some Bitcoin using the link to BitUnex. It's in the description. But most importantly, congratulations to everyone who's made it this far. We've been beaten and beaten and beaten and beaten. And especially, guys, the people who got in near the top and you got in on that euphoric state and you thought Bitcoin was going to go high and you've been punched in the head now for the last 10 months. You've made it this far. This is how far I was into 2018 when, things were horrible. I felt like crap, and I don't want to pretend like I didn't. I felt like an idiot. I felt like I had lost everything, and I felt stupid, right? But I kept going, and all I did was steer the course. All I did was stay and research and just invest little bits that I could afford over that bear market. And it literally changed my life. And anyone who's still watching these videos now, who's made it through, who's chipped away, who's done the research and added to the positions they believe in, you're being rewarded right now. But this is just a taste of what happens in a real bull market. And this time round, instead of getting in at the top, you got in at the bottom. All right. So guys, choose wisely, stay the course, and I believe it will change your life. That's what this channel's all about. So subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.